So I came in here to do I came in here to do my sync for the start of the episode. I didn't so much come in here to spoil getting into the convoy, but there was a few dialogue options that popped up. I'll be talking about them as we go throughout. Anyway, hello everyone, Brave Scooter here. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors. Last time, we basically got our first set of optional side characters we can use in the game. And then the game also said, oh, you got additional characters? How about all the DLC on top of that? I wasn't aware that was going to happen. My apologies. But they're now all here, and while waiting for some things to render out of my end in between episodes, I came to the realization and the decision that until I get access to what they're based on, if they have something they're based on in the main story mode, I won't use the character. Now, as such, this means that even though I've decided on some of the characters I'm going to use, and a handful of them are DLC or unlockables, I unfortunately cannot use Minerva until later. Minerva is going to be one of the characters we're going to focus. Sorry, Lissa, you are now sidelined. But I'll still focus Lissa until we get to the point where the character Minerva is based off of becomes available to use organically. And then I'll shove Minerva into my lineup. If I'm allowed to, that is. As it stands, there are no just walking or there are no infantry. That's the word. There are no infantry spear users in the base Fire Emblem Warriors game. So as such, I'm going to break the rules a tiny bit and actually have a lance user starting off. I think. I have to see when I unlock I'll see when I unlock lances, but I may just say hell with it and use a lance, because I think they're going to give us a lance right away because they are focusing on the weapon wheel or the weapon weakness chart. So if the option presents itself, I'm going to be trying to shoehorn Oboro into my lineup. And may push Lissa off to the side and into a corner and say, no, go over, go away. But I guess just to talk about it. Azura and Oboro, even though they are both lance users, they function differently. So either one's fun. Niles, if I was abiding by my own rule set, I would not use Niles because the first bow user you get for the game doesn't appear for quite some time. Around the same time, the first axe-wielding Drake Rider appears. If you know Fire Emblem, you know who I'm talking about. As I said, Navarre is effectively a skin for the unlockable character we get later on, so Navarre is banned from my list. Lind... Is it Lind or Linda? I forget. It's been explained to me before, but I forget. Linda is a infantry spellcaster. I don't think there are any infantry spellcasters in the game. So Linda and Tharja would be allowed for me personally via the stipulations I'm using. Owain and Olivia, just because I do have access to Crom, and Liana, I would allow, but I'm probably going to use one of the unlockable characters as my sword user as time goes along, which we won't see that unlockable character for quite some time, so I might have a sword user for some time outside of our titular character. Anyway, let's go. So when I came into here, the game went through a whole bunch of things like, hey, you can do this while you're in here, and I glanced over, like I was trying to do my sync. And then the game said, select Liana.
Yes?
Select change weapon.
What should we do?
So basically we get weapon types. Now, I don't think we are allowed to equip an S-rank weapon, which I'm going to avoid using these broken weapons in this playthrough, because if I just use a broken weapon, that's a broken weapon. I basically am just going to walk all over everything in this game. So let's just use what the game suggests. But as you see there, it's an S-rank weapon. I think we have to unlock the ability to even use S-rank weapons. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, yeah. So we are barred from using specific high-rank weapons. Basically, until we get to a point where we are either allowed to use those weapons, or we unlock them naturally, and the game says, oh yeah, you can now use rank D weapons and upwards. I won't use those weapons, because if I could, I would just walk all over this game and make this a very boring playthrough. Now, Man, that's gonna be a while. So yeah, like I said, we'll see Oboro more. I don't know. Now, this is just me speaking off the cuff, and again, I don't play Fire Emblem, so I don't know things. Oboro, I know, is from Birthright and Conquest. I think specifically Conquest. And for some reason, nobody likes her. I like her though. I like Oboro. Anyway, that's all done. So that's the convoy. Camp,
Please have a look around.
Why are you... Oh, right, it just picks a random character for this screen. So, in the camp, we can get various crests.
Which will you choose?
So the crests are basically your way of adding more combos. Now, because I said I'm going to focus on using Oboro, if I'm allowed to, I'm going to focus on upgrading Oboro.
Are you okay with this? A success.
And I am basically shoehorning abilities into it. So let's see. Yeah, sure, why not?
Are you okay with this? A success.
Also, this does cost money, so I am decreasing my overall money availability by doing this.
Are you okay with this? A success.
So once we get further on in the game, we unlock more stuff, and there is a promotion system in the game, even though there's really only one promotion class flat out for everybody. Once we get promotions, this skill wheel will fill up. Oh, I didn't want to switch styles. I wanted to switch to defense.
Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? A success.
Also, you're gonna
Are
hear.
you okay with this?
I may do this more in between battles, but oh.
Are you okay with this? A success.
Well, let's go ahead and upgrade to higher rank weapons then if possible. But this will become annoying.
Are you okay with this?
Considering I'm going to be using a lot of Oboro, I'm going to
Are you okay with this?
increase sword damage deflection. What's down here? Oh, you don't need to worry about axes. I'm still going
Are
to
you
just...
okay with this? A success.
I'm going to invest heavily into
Are you
this.
okay with this? A success.
Now again, if this was base game, I didn't have the DLC available, we would see this more with, where is she? Liana. Or your titular character. You would see this more with this character, more or less. Like, we would be doing all this. But unfortunately, I have spent all my crests on Oboro because I'm going to focus on Oboro. And again, like I said, I don't like how the player control character controls. It may be a good idea, though, to still invest into characters you don't normally control as for the main playthrough, just because sometimes you are forced to play as that character.
You can't do that.
Can't do that, training
You
ground.
can't do that. You can't do that.
I can just go to the
Not
crest,
soon.
just the crest market. Okay, enough faffing about, and thankfully the timeline came across on the bottom there, so you can see that directly what you would more likely want to use. Let's move on to Dragon Valley.
She should be here any time now.
Crawl, I'm back.
What did you discover?
Just as we thought. There isn't a recognizable landmark in sight.
So we are definitely somewhere beyond Elise.
I also spotted some fierce-looking creatures running rampant.
Creatures. They must have been the enemies our new friends mentioned.
I don't think our own sudden appearance here is unrelated.
Oh, cool! You're a Pegasus Knight? That's so awesome!
Don't make such a fuss. I'm sorry about him. It's no trouble at all. Are Pegasus Knights rare here?
It's more that he really loves knights! They can move right to the action! Knights are the best! Knights.
I see.
We should move out. The temple isn't far now.
I'll take point. I can fly after all.
Good idea. We're counting on you.
Let's get going too.
Ah, finally. A tactics overview before we start. So, I don't think we have control over her right now, but Cordelia is one of the characters you can use and play as. And she is also the first, if not one of two, Lance users you get before DLC comes into the picture. All Lance users in base Fire Emblem Warriors are mounted units, for the lack of a better term. That's why I kind of was like, oh yeah, Oboro is an infantry. Mounted units, much like Frederick, do move a little faster when it comes to getting from point A to point B, as they are in the base game. Rather, you have a chance to change units. So basically, we have access to the convoy right before battle if you want to change something if you don't like it out the gate. You can move, you can switch characters between where they start. So, just for the example of what was on that screen before I came over here, if we wanted to, we could swap Frederick and Crom around to spread ourselves out. Be careful when doing this because, at least in the main story, the game has predetermined plot points for some characters because they have an advantage. So swapping Crom for Frederick may put it in a situation where Crom has to fight a bunch of lance users. Reminder, spears beat swords. And I talked about the combat. Oh, I can also issue tactics right out the gate. Oh, I did not know you could check when Anna opens her shop. I should use this to my advantage. So, Anna's conditions. Anna will appear after 1,000 enemies. It doesn't say where she'll appear. I think... I'm just spitballing. Just because usually Anna, much like with a lot of these, hey, I'm going to appear on the map. Anna will usually appear, or Anna's going to appear in a location that is hard to get to or out of the way to get to. So I think we're gonna use almost this entire map once we get to the end of it. I think it's the enemy base on the far right, but I think we will end up using this whole map. I think Anna is gonna spawn where you see that green dot once we defeat 1,000 enemies. I think. I don't know where they are, because reminder, it has been at least 10. It's been almost 10 years since I last touched this game. Remembering to do something you only did once 10 years ago is hard to do. Let's do map deployment. So I can choose where to go where. I can also do all stuff. Yeah. So other. I don't need an extra sword user. No, come on. I should be able to. Deployment. Okay, I figured it out. So I think this has to do with our Okay, that's what it is. So. Crom is part of our team where I've got to confer this in a minute, but Crom is part of the defeat conditions, so we cannot replace Crom as much as I would like to.
Yes, sir.
Now, Frederick, that's somebody who we can move around. And as much as I loved using Frederick in my personal playthrough, we will not be using the Frederick in this playthrough, so whoopsie!
Back in one piece, will ya?
I put an Obero in. We have no mounted units. I do not move fast.
Which one?
Let's see. Yeah, and you... Oh, I could steal... That's an E rank? That's funny. I could steal Azura's lance, but let's just stick with the basic bronze lance. So, there we go. Now, starting off here, I can look... because this is start of battle, I can look around and see who is what for weapons. A lot of these people are bronze axes, and we have a couple of bronze lances. We can look at the captains of... Oh, Cordelia is here. Can I see? No, I cannot see who is in that base. Oh, Robin's here. Neat. That's another thing. I guess after this battle, well, during this battle, I'm going to cheat a little bit, but like after this battle, I think I can start putting tome users into my rotation of who I would allow myself to use. Because, shocker, you get to play as Robin. There's a lot of prep here, so my apologies if this has been a very wordy intro to the whole mission here. I want to remind folks that until the 3DS, Fire Emblem wasn't very big in the United States. This game came out after Birthright and Conquest, meaning 70% of the cast, if not more, is from Birthright, Conquest, or Awakening. There are a few outliers. Like Marth and some other characters like Navarre. Navarre is from the same game Marth is from. So, that's that. Anyway, I think we are good to go.
How's this? Let's go.
I also just realized as I'm loading in that I forgot to tell somebody to go to a specific point because they have a weapon advantage. Oops.
see a winning move here. Cordelia!
Go now! Crom and the rest have fought their way through.
Right. Time to change strategy. Thank you, Crom. You've given me just the opening I need. Take heart! We're not alone! Crom awaits us beyond these men. Now clear a path!
The temple's under attack! Why would Gristone do this?
Down there. It's Robin. Come on, they need our help.
Why are Gristone soldiers attacking?
All right. So, at least we get introduced to Robin here. So I'm pretty sure if Robin or Cordelia fall, it's bad news bears. Also, there is a submission there with the curate, which curates are just fancy words for saying helpless and or low class healer. So that's something there. Now, let's see. Other control. So now I'm controlling Oboro, and Oboro is level 1, so this might be a little rough for a bit. Also, can I see your... can I see your combo chain? Oh, you have a lot more unlocked. Well, I think it just unlocked it, but yeah, you have a lot more unlocked. Alright, so Oboro. I didn't use a lot because she was DLC, but I do like using Oboro as my spear user. Just because I can pull the enemy in. I should actually pull, have Lissa come with me. Yes, yes, forts. Forts, we have seen a fort already, but forts are unique things in the games where I think this is still of the time where you have to defeat a set amount of enemies within the walls of the fort before the fort captain will appear. When the fort captain appears and defeating them, it will instantly finish clearing the fort. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little rough for a little bit when we start off with Oboro, but we'll be fine for now. Thankfully, Oboro specializes in physical defense. Now, because even in this situation, because we equip the Armor Slayer to our player-controlled character, it's kind of this weird back and forth in this battle where Liana will be able to break the stun meter of this captain, which it's pointing out specifically. Liana would be able to basically destroy the armored knight because they have an armor slayer, but will get bodied by the same armored knight because it's a spear user. I like how my voice cracked. Now keep in mind of certain effectiveness. I blabbed on about effectiveness of certain characters earlier on. But keep in mind of certain characters' effectiveness towards other characters and whatnot. Like it points out specifically, bows being effective against Pegasus Knights. Cordelia is a flying unit. She will get bodied by an arrow. In Fire Emblem terms, you get shot by a bow, like any other character, you get shot by a bow like 10 to 12 times. You're hurt, but you're still alive and able to fight back. If you're a flying unit, one bow shot, and the next one kills you. Pretty dire. Anyway. I like using Oboro. And she leveled up. I actually haven't seen a lot of this text because because a lot of these DLC characters I just leveled up via the normal level up system. Also, Oboro is a fashionista. I remember that when she said her strike quote, so to say. There we go, that's done. And level up again for Liana. She's just leveling up naturally. So even though we're not controlling all of our allies in this battle, as long as they will get their own experience on their own terms, either by enemies you defeat or of their own volition. There we go. All right. This is not a fort. And now who leveled up? Okay. Oboro is behind by at least 2 levels.
Stop them for good. I've received a report.
I think I started to say it at one point earlier, but I kind of lost the plot while I was going through it. Oh boy. Stop focusing. All right, we're off. Excuse me. As much as I would like to defeat the heavily armored unit, which would provide so much more experience, I need to go running after the curate who's under attack and going to die. Submission, 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 submission. Push the objective. Oh yeah, outposts. So outposts are kind of note, are of note, and something you will probably want to, focus on. Just because outposts, or small outposts, do give you small trickles of additional units that you can use to help bolster your ranks and turn the tides of battle slowly.
I'm here to help.
Ooh, Awakening Tonics. That's the Awakening Gauge that we have messed around. I think Awakening Tonics are the only ways to recover your Awakening Gauge for now.
Thank you.
Alright.
Here, take this.
What is this? Show me what this is. Hurry up and drop it. Oh. Full special gauge. So, Lissa is currently helping Robin.
Just glad you're safe.
Let's go and save Cordelia. And 300. That's something else I'm going to have to... That's something else important that I should mention, which I'm also going to abuse this, but we do need to defeat 1,000 enemies to have Anna. I'll say Anna or Anna interchangeably. American, by the way. Oboro, yeah, Oboro again. I'll use Anna or Anna interchangeably. I'm pretty sure Anna is like the series pronunciation of her name. I'll interchange it. But we do need to defeat 1,000 enemies, and I believe some of these beginner fights, getting 1,000 enemies defeated is hard. So that gotta focus on defeating as many enemies as possible. So I may leave fort captains alive a little longer than I intend to. I'll focus on other enemies and wait for more to spawn. Everybody get in here. Okay. Again, I'm going to just make sure I let as many enemies spawn as possible. Okay. I'm just waiting for big number to get bigger. So my apologies, this is a little boring. But I want to make sure I get all the collectibles and unlockables right out the gate. Because if you defeat the fort captain, or if you defeat the fort captain, or fell the fort before... yeah, if you fell the fort, the fort will stop spawning enemies. Also, that's kind of a funny thing that I think I only noticed starting in this when Nintendo started getting into the Warriors craze with their properties. I only noticed it with this game and Hyrule Warriors, is that you can push fort captains outside of their forts. There we go, 550. I kind of want to get to like 600. I want to get to like 600-ish enemies defeated before I just destroy the fort captain. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure in these early missions, it's kind of hard to get enough. With this will make 600, so I'm fine with this. There we go. Alright, let's head back to the middle, because I'm going to destroy some enemies while I've got time. On higher difficulties... on higher difficulties... I already talked about outposts. On higher difficulties, clearing outposts... Oh, we can do this now. Nice. But yeah, on higher difficulties, it is a little bit harder. It is a little bit harder to get all the... Or not... No, damn it, I've lost the plot. God damn it, I hate doing that to myself. It is a little harder to get all the requirements. Nope, damn it. I was going to say something about higher difficulties, and I forgot about it. Anyway, level up. I don't like that the music suddenly changed, by the way.
Soon I'll be able to stop them for good.
I think Robin's about to fall, actually. Okay, I'm gonna focus the fort because we're definitely not to the end of it all, but I do need to start getting rid of this. This tells me that these are axe users inside the fort. Yep, it is. Well, there's a full warriors gauge in here, so we're gonna use that. Make sure more enemies spawn. Avoid that because that's gonna hurt. Okay, do it again. There we go. So even though I had a weapon disadvantage here, I still wasn't at a full advantage. Or full disadvantage, rather.
Robin, you look pale. Are you feeling okay? Don't push yourself too hard.
Anyway, I'm going to defeat this captain so I can critical strike to get more enemies defeated. And get more drops. I forgot how much I like to play as Obero. There's actually another character. There's an unlockable character I like playing the most in this game. Well, second most. But I'm pretty sure when you focus on playing on one character, they become your favorite just over time. So I'm pretty sure defeating Valadar is the end of mission target. So we're not going to go over that way for some time. We got 1,000. Where is she? Where's Anna gonna spawn? I'm gonna wait for Anna to spawn.
I'm here to help.
Oh hey, Valadar. Unique OC for this game. Okay, so that's what the arrows are. Again, it's been 10 years. I don't remember everything. So, single up arrow means slight advantage. Single down arrow, slight disadvantage. Double up arrow, they will die. You will kill them. Double down arrow, you will die. The double arrows are usually used specifically for weapon triangle advantages and disadvantages, which is why the game specifically points out exclamation points for just complete domination, one way or the other. Also, I guess stats figure into this whole thing too.
Ready to go shopping?
Yes, I am. Anna, I want you to purchase your wares. Anna, are your wares for sale? Yes, they are. Thank you. Oh, there's a lot advancing.
Focus on the fight before me, or I'll be surrounded.
Well, let me do this. I will. Unfortunately, to finish the battle, I think we really only need to like fight the Count of Visgard. Yes, names are hard. We only need to defeat the character shown in that little tooltip to finish the battle. But I'm pretty sure if we lose any of our forts here, or let anybody of our forts fall at this point, we actually will lose the battle in that regard. So for right now, we're going to focus on defense. Anyway, I'm just going to mollywop. But as I said earlier, I'm kind of like, you know, making sure I actually focus on... making sure I'm not allowing myself to use certain characters unless their weapon class becomes available or their weapon type becomes available. Again, Cordelia is the only spear user you get for some time, and there is no infantry-based spear user, so I'm kind of just saying, hey, Cordelia is technically going to unlock at the end of this fight, so I'm allowed to use the spear user now.
Mission starting.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all of the forts. So anyway, I defeated the captain here, so they should be pretty weak. Typically, when in this game, these are more for older Warriors games, but it still applies to newer stuff too. Most time in Warriors games, you want to focus on a captain and not so much the focus on like a unit's captain unit and not so much the small units if you want to weaken their numbers. Defeating the captain lowers the morale of everybody else around that unit, and as such, if the other units lose morale, they can't fight very well. We haven't been introduced to morale late yet, but it will come up eventually. Anyway, I'm going to proceed to body a soldier now. Damn, I don't have the last part of that chain. Anyway, critical gauge, open. There we go, that's that one. And let's head back out here. So yeah, these little units, even your non-player controlled characters, no matter what difficulty you're on, if the unit is not player controlled, even they can like wear down a unit without issue. Where are they? Anyway, I'm just going to proceed to bully, body, maim, dismantle, demolish? Where did they go? Nah, you're going. You gotta go. So something about that, and I messed around with that when you did the Convoy. There is a level up system in the Convoy to basically like, hey, I don't want to spend the time actively grinding up the levels. I want to spend money to do it. That wasn't available to us, but I will mention that if there's other units that are kind of falling behind, you can level them up using money passively. Just keep in mind that whoever your highest level unit is sets the bar for how high you can raise that up. Anyway, I think with that we have made everything safe for us going forward. Now I'm going to double back. Oh, I didn't want to use this yet. Well, I'm using it on nobody. Let's see. So I want you gone. You gotta go. We gotta get you gone, my friend. I'm gonna get so annoyed by their things, so to say. I'm gonna get so annoyed by that. I like how Crom has decided to rush headlong into the battle, despite the fact that Crom is the one saying, hey, we shouldn't just go recklessly charging. I'm watching his health now. He's still above 3/4, so I think we're fine. Anyway, we've got Anna's thing, so I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna get a little more focused to make sure I finish the mission. Finish the mission now quickly. And I'm gonna break that, and then use this to do a finisher, baby. Anyway, what'd you drop? Wait, where is it? Okay, never mind. I can't see it. Whatever dropped. Oh, give me that. I'm gonna need that in a minute. So as you can kind of tell, we are pushing the advantage. Where is that outpost? There it is. Anyway, get rid of that outpost captain, so we have that to our advantage. Pushing the tides of battle in our favor as we go along. That's the main goal right now. Also, who is this? Is this Robin trying to push? No, it's Darius. Darius! Why are you this stupid? She's not done. Obero's not done. But I'm gonna get so tired of listening to Obero talk. Every character is like, hey, this is my gimmick as a character. This is my gimmick. So they're gonna use their gimmick voice lines so much, and it's gonna get so annoying. There, outpost ours. So as I was saying, as you come across outposts which aren't very prevalent in later Fire Emblem games, very much take care of them, because they will help swing the tide of battle in your favor, and even characters you're not controlling will gain the benefits. Oh gosh. Hi, Valadar. Anyway, I'm gonna just defeat a captain on my way in, if you don't mind. There we go. More experience, and I'm here.
You cannot undo what is already done. Now then, surrender to your doom.
Unfortunately... Oh. Crom is... Well, I'm already here helping Crom. Oh, gosh. Hit that pot on the way through. Dang it. Because I want to get Awakening Gauge and abuse Awakening. Hey, Valadar. That's nice. That's a nice attack. Does it come immense? Anyway, defeating Valadar is the finishing point of this fight, and I'm mad we can't see this full animatic. There's this thing with especially with earlier Warriors games, where if an enemy what is it? There's this thing with earlier Warriors games where if the camera at any point in a special attack, if the camera gets hit by a wall at any point, it just disconnects entirely.
Mission complete.
Anyway, oh yeah, that was it. Cool.
This meager victory. For the real fun is still to come.
Who is that man? He laughed and felt like he was looking right through me.
He may have escaped, but the temple is safe. I'd call that a victory.
Oh no. Did I really get it dirty already?
And that's what Mother said when she gave us the shield. You've got to help us.
So Lady Elena is... Very well. Then you must listen to me carefully. This is the Aetolis legend of the Shield of Flames and the Chaos Dragon Velizark. Long, long ago, this world faced a dire threat. Velizark appeared, opening Outrealm portals to other worlds. Monsters, Outrealm fiends, surged forth and attacked the people.
And that's exactly what's happening now.
Indeed. It's also said that people from the connected worlds emerged.
In other words, us.
What happened to the Chaos Dragon?
Legend says the world was saved when the Shield of Flames sealed him away. But with Outrealm portals reappearing, the Chaos Dragon may be free again.
So, kill a big bad dragon? We can do it?
If he is at his full strength, you won't be able to kill him. He's simply too strong. However, if you awakened the Shield of Flames, you could seal him away again. That would close the Outrealm portals, and the Outrealm fiends would vanish. Crom, was it? You and your friends would likely return to your worlds too.
Then, what do we need to do to awaken the Shield of Flames?
That power resides in the Gleamstones, carried by heroes from other worlds.
These heroes. Do you mean Crom and the others?
Heroes from other worlds? No offense, you guys, but I don't really think we fit the bill.
Right. I agree with Lissa. We're not the hero type.
If you need a hero, the Chosen One must answer the call to action. What was that, my sword hand?
What is it, Lissa?
Your body. It's all aglow with a blue light, Crom.
Whoa. What's happening to me?
My lord, is that a Gleamstone?
It's gotta be. The Shield of Flames lit right up.
Amazing!
Incredible. And if we gather them all, we can really save our kingdom?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Let's find the other heroes and get those Gleamstones.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Okay, so using one character has its advantages. Mainly, 7 levels worth of it.
Is it okay to surpass my liege to become number 1?
Yes, even though your liege is nowhere in sight. We'll meet them soon, don't worry. Ooh. We have iron weapons. Ooh, Mount Slayer. That might not be bad on this, Ooh, special unlockable stats. Nice. And a tome, whatever. Bow. We haven't seen bows yet. Well, now you know there are bow users. I mean, you've seen Niles. Niles is there. Niles is a bow user. So we have bow for Niles if he didn't come with already. I think Divining increases Awakening build-up rate. And I'm just going to grab all this. No golds. And Crom and Lissa has support. They level up to rank C. At least we can look at this. There are special cutscenes that will appear at higher ranks. And they're not like animated at all. They're basically like, you know, they look like a visual novel cutscene like this, where they'll exchange very specific bits of dialogue. The bond levels go C, B, A, and S. A and S is what you're going to be aiming for the most part when it comes to maxing out some a bond level to get access to materials to use specific things.
I want to get to know you much better.
Rank C, regardless of the two characters, is a very blanket statement, regardless. Oh, and this is why. Because when you increase the bond, you get character-specific drops if they're not a character you can defeat on a battlefield.
Something new has been added. Something new has been added.
Yeah, baking, training ground, yada yada, so on and so forth. Let's take a moment and just pop over to the convoy. Not convoy, camp.
Oh, it's you.
Hi, Navarre. So just because of how the game works, I'm going to increase the level of our player character to match our highest level character. I'm just going to basically keep them up to snuff with our player character. Just to be safe. Just to be safe, because you are forced to use this player character a lot until you beat the main story. Just keep that in mind. Can't use Temple Smithy? Ah. So we can sell our poopy weapons, but we'll worry about that later. Anyway. Well, that's going to do it for now. Everyone, I do want to thank you all so much for watching this rather long episode of Fire Emblem Warriors. And come back next time, we will proceed to the Desert Arena. I don't think there's another well, I shouldn't speak out of turn. There might be a character we'll see a new character we'll see here. Anyway, I'll see you folks next time. Take care.